People want more money for a variety of reasons. To buy more things they blatantly do not need, for instance, or just to see more zeros in their bank account. Some people desire more money. I don't want to pass judgment on why people want more money, but I do want to share 3 of them with you. But before that, if you're new to this channel, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss any of our videos. So without further ado, let's get started. Reason number 1. Finding a partner. Dating as an older 20-something would be a lot different than back in my college days. For instance, one issue that I constantly ran into was not having a place on my own for much of my mid-20s. I was still living in my parents' basement to save our money to eventually buy a home. When you're in your mid to late 20s and you still live at home, it doesn't exactly help if you're on a date with someone who asks you about your living situation. As such, when I was dating girls, I often saw a look of disappointment pass over their faces when I told them I still lived at home. After losing out on many potential second dates due to my living situation, it struck me that if I truly wanted to start getting some better dating results, I needed to take my financial life into my own hands and focus my efforts on buying a place of my own. Unfortunately, it is simpler to say than to do. The process of finding a place for yourself has never been more difficult if you're currently looking to buy or know someone who is. This was a problem I encountered when I was trying to buy, so I needed to combine my steadfast saving practices with my exponential income growth. How did they get so much extra cash? You might be wondering if I'm going to talk about that. I worked on getting raises and promotions at work and also started freelancing on the side to make more money. Then, to make more money, I started building online businesses, mostly through YouTube and the drop service. I'll be the first to say that building these online businesses or finding new freelance clients is not easy, but I can tell you that it was worth it. In the past few years, I've been able to triple my income by doing things other than my 9-to-5 job. After my income went up a lot, guess what happened? Finally, I bought a house. And to go with this new thing I bought, I started going out on more dates again. But things were different this time around. When girls asked me where I lived, I was proud to say that I had my place, and more first dates led to second and third dates. Over time, I was able to find a great partner with whom I could settle down. I'm not going to break up my history of dating to show how important money is when you're looking for a date. Finances are a very important part of any good relationship, and that's the truth. For example, going on dates with your partner, buying them gifts, or going on vacation all cost money. Also, I don't know if you've ever looked at how much weddings and engagement rings cost these days, but they're not always given away for free. If you want to get a job that takes you away from home and puts you in a position to support your family, you will need money. Diapers and baby formula are not free, which is another reason why you might want to get better with your money. Getting more money isn't just about buying more clothes or a flashy new watch. It's about being able to find a partner and support a family you might have in the future. Reason number 2. Improving your mental well-being. It seems like people are paying more and more attention to improving their physical health these days. This is for a good reason, as the rate of obesity in the US population has just passed 40% for the first time. More and more people are having problems with their weight. Having your finances in order can help you deal with some of the mental problems that come up in life. I was worried about whether or not you would be able to pay your bills next month. Or maybe you thought about what would happen if your boss gave you a bad review and told you to leave. Consider yourself lucky, because more people than you think go through this kind of mental turmoil every day. 73% of Americans say that money is the #1 source of stress in their lives. One of the best things you can do for your mental health is to put yourself in the best financial situation possible. Who do you think will think more clearly about money? Someone with $200,000 in the bank, no debt, and a steady income? Or someone whose life is full of debt and whose job could be taken away at any time? Getting your finances in order will also help you feel more confident about your money. For example, you are probably not very confident about your finances if you know that any unexpected expense will put you in a poor house. If, on the other hand, you have a lot of money saved up and no debts to worry about, an unexpected bill will be more of a hassle than a major event in your life. Lastly, trying to make more money also makes you better at what you do. This is why college costs young people tens of thousands of dollars. It also makes us stronger and more disciplined, which helps our minds grow even more. When you put more money in your bank account, you do a lot of good things at the same time. Reason number 3. Retiring sooner. It's not good luck to be 95 years old and still have to mop floors at Walmart or scan candy bars as a cashier at a local convenience store. It's getting harder to retire early, which is mostly done by making more money than most people and investing it steadily over time. I'm going to give you some real numbers that show how important increasing your income is if you want to retire early. Because let's face it, most people say they want to do it, but they never really explain why. People who depend almost entirely on a 9-to-5 job to pay their bills are one of the worst things that can happen in the world today. 52% of people are not engaged at work, according to a 2019 Gallup study. Worse, many workers who were surveyed for other Gallup studies said that their working conditions have only gotten worse over the past few years. This means that people who already don't like their jobs will start to hate them even more. If you can retire early, you won't have to deal with these getting worse conditions. I'll go one step further and say that I think one of the best things a person can do with their life is to do work they love. People who love what they do at work are the happiest people I know because it gives them a sense of purpose that most people never feel. And this is something you can do more of when you don't have to work from 9 to 5. So, this brings us back to making more money, which is very important if you want to retire early and enjoy it. In general, if you want to save money for retirement, you should invest between 10% and 15% of your monthly income. So if you have a typical job and make $60,000 a year, you would put about $500 a month into your retirement account. But since you'll probably need a few $1,000,000 to retire, it would take you about 50 years at a 7% rate of return to get to this point, which makes trying to retire early pointless. But increasing your income and eventually the amount you put into investments give you the power to get the time freedom you want and deserve. For example, if you could invest an extra $2,000 a month, which is not impossible, you could retire with $2.5 million in just 30 years. You might think that $2.5 million are a lot, especially if you don't live a very flashy life. But when you think about things like inflation and medical bills you didn't expect, it's better to have more money saved for retirement than less, especially if you don't want to have to ride a stinky bus to work every day when you're old. And that's it for this video. Before you go, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and click the notification bell for more videos like this. Thanks for watching and see you next time.